The amount of people who don't understand the laws of the postal system is mind-boggling, guys. If you are in this industry and you're selling cards and you're shipping cards online, you should understand how mail fraud works and not to do it, okay? So this is a topic that I've seen multiple times over the last few weeks come up on some card groups in Facebook. And I keep seeing these people who are getting frustrated with eBay standard envelopes. And the first thing is, they're mailing them all wrong. The first absolute problem is they don't know how to properly mail an eBay standard envelope so that it doesn't get returned. So let's look at that real quick. Real quick, getting a little sidetracked, going off camera to grab stuff. eBay standard envelope. Top loaders. Do not use them. eBay standard envelope. Card savers. Use them. Here's the reason. eBay standard envelopes, unless you pay extra for non-machinable, need to be flexible to go through a mail sorter. Top loaders, not flexible enough. They also are thicker. So as they're running through the machine, they're much more likely to get caught and stuck as they're going through the machine. Card savers are much thinner. They provide a protective surface to keep your cards safe, but flexible. And it's okay if a card bends through the mail system, guys. They don't bend a lot going through the mail sorter, but they need to be flexible enough to do it and not get jammed up and stuck in the wheel. So if you're selling on eBay, stop using top loaders. Card savers. That's what you need to do. You can get like 4 to 5 card savers in there. Or sorry, you can get like 4 to 5 cards in there before it becomes too thick. Now, what I was really starting to talk about was people who send out their eBay standard envelopes in top loaders, and then they get upset when the post office sends it back because it can't run through the machine. And they get all mad and start complaining that the post office returned their envelope and now they got to send it out again. And what I keep seeing people do is they say, all they do is they print the same exact label out and send it through the mail. That is mail fraud. It is a federal crime to reuse postage. I don't care if you think the post office was wrong and returned an envelope that you think they shouldn't have returned. It is still a federal crime that faces up to $10,000 in fines and up to 5 years in jail time, I believe. Go look it up if you don't believe me. My numbers and jail time served may be wrong, but jail time and large fines are a real possibility for committing mail fraud, okay? If the post office returns your envelope and you think it's wrong, talk to your local post office and tell them, hey, I don't think this was right. If they agree with you, they can authorize resending out a letter. That actually just happened to me. I sent out a card. It was a 3-card order in a card saver, and it got returned to me. And it was one of those orders that after 2 weeks, the buyer messaged me and said, hey, haven't received my cards yet. There's no update to tracking. Well, first off, just so you guys are aware, eBay standard envelopes are not your traditional tracking, okay? They show you when they get sent, essentially, when they get scanned initially, and then the final scan when they are set to be delivered. That's it. And it's actually usually 1 day before it actually gets delivered is usually when it gets scanned and shows delivered. So if you ever run into a buyer saying, hey, my card shows it was delivered today, but it's not here, tell them to wait a day. It's probably coming the next day. Because again, these sorting machines, that's what scans the barcode. It's not your typical tracking system where they can scan it and they scan it every step of the way. It's very minimal tracking updates. So yeah, that's number one. Is maybe not number one. I've had a lot of points already, but that is something that a lot of people don't understand. It's not a full tracking number like your traditional ground advantage or priority package would be. So anyways, this card got sent back to me. My local post office, I every morning I go drop off whatever came in from the day before and overnight on my way into work. So they know every day around 7:30 to 7:45, I'm in there dropping off packages. And even though they're not open yet, a lot of times they'll open up their little side door and talk to me or grab packages from me that are pre-stamped. They have postage on them already if they're too big to fit in the mail slot. Well, anyways, I went in to drop off some cards. Postal lady opens the door and says, "Hey, just wanted to let you know this card got returned to me," or this, she doesn't know it's cards. "This envelope got returned, but I just want to let you know I think it was mistakenly returned. It was falsely returned. They stamped non-machinable on it." And she kind of did a little bend test and she said, "I can easily see that this is flexible, and it actually had a stamp on it that showed it went through the sorting machine somewhere along the way. Just some postal worker along the way was being a curmudgeon and decided to send this letter back that didn't need to be sent back." So she actually added postage onto the envelope on my behalf that I did not pay for, resent it out with the same label, but again, she added the postage on there, okay? Even though the same label was on there, she added new postage on top and sent it back through the mail, okay? That's the proper way to go about it. If I would have received that letter, I would have talked to her first. In this matter, she came to me first because she thought it was wrong. But is it really worth chancing a federal crime to save yourself 74 cents? That's what baffles me, guys. 74 cents is what you guys are getting upset about, and reusing a label and committing mail fraud because you're upset over 74 cents. First off, you probably did send the thing out wrong most of the time. Again, not every time. I had one sent back and the postal worker agreed that I didn't do anything wrong. But I would say every time I've ever ordered a card on eBay and it's come eBay standard envelope, I bet you 90+% of the time the seller used the base 74 cent 1 ounce setting and a top loader. That is not the way to do it, guys. That is asking for your letter to be returned. If you're going to use a top loader, you got to pay 3 ounces. You got to pay for the 3 ounce weight and write on the envelope non-machinable, or get a stamper like I have that says do not bend, and it won't go through the sorting machines and it won't get returned. But if you try to send it out with the 1 ounce or even the 2 ounce stamp, and it's a non-machinable with a top loader, or you put cardboard in there and it's too thick or too inflexible, it's gonna get sent back, okay? All right, I've ranted for a lot about eBay standard envelope, and I've said eBay standard envelope a bunch of times. Someone commented on a previous video that I posted that plain white envelope was a word that I said a bunch of times and they were going to turn it into a drinking game. Someone's probably going to say the same thing about this one. I don't condone that though. Don't overdrink, okay guys? It's not good. It's not good, okay? Anyways, rant over. Don't commit mail fraud. Don't risk a federal offense over 74 cents, guys. If it gets sent back and you disagree, talk to your postal worker. If they disagree with you and they say you got to send it again, just buy the stamp and send it out again. Don't reuse the same label, okay? All right, let's get into what's sold on eBay today, guys. All right, let's get into what's sold today. We've got Mega Venusaur on the PSA 10, sold for $74.99. Umbreon GX PSA 9, sold for $74.99. And a PSA 10 Bruno sold for $39.99. All in all, the order was $189.97. After fees, shipping, and the multi-card discount, we're looking at $150.24. Next up, we've got Blowtorch, sold for $2.49. After shipping and fees, it's 98 cents. Next up, we've got Team Rocket's Nidoking, sold for $4.99. After shipping and fees, it was $3.14. Next up, we've got Paris, sold for $5.99. After shipping and fees, it was $4.01. Tired morning, Michael, coming at you. First up in the morning, we've got Altaria, sold for $15.99. After shipping and fees, it was $12.58. Next up, we've got Articuno, sold for $19.99. After shipping and fees, it was $16.24. All right, guys, final numbers for the day. We had 6 Pokemon orders, 2 sports card orders. The Pokemon orders totaled $239.42. After all fees and shipping expenses, it was $187.18. Just 2 sports cards orders totaled $4.48. Again, after all shipping expenses and fees, it was $1.53. So all in all, we had 8 orders totaling $243.90. After all shipping costs and fees, it was $188.71. Thank you, as always, for watching, guys. I do appreciate all the support. If this is interesting or helpful to you, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, commenting down below, liking this video, and as always, check out the description for links to my eBay store and my website. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time. God bless.